guys? Welcome back to 806 Driver. New to the channel, welcome to the channel. Been with us for a while. Welcome back, y'all. I just got done rinsing off the truck here this evening. Getting a bunch of mud off of it. Walk around, make sure all the... Still got two lights out down here on the bottom. We put some LEDs in there. Walk around, make sure everything looks alright, everything's burning. Tomorrow morning we're going to go down to our gin and we're going to pick up a load of cottonseed and go to a dairy farm, I think, or a starter farm, feedlot, cattle feedlot is the plan. Got the work lights on, they're working good. We need to put some LEDs down here in these too and make those a little brighter. It lights up pretty good, actually. Looks like everything's burning. Kick on the 4-ways right quick. Been pretty busy. Was off actually the last 4 days. New Year's, everything was shut down. Yeah, New Year's, everything was shut down. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, of course the weekend. We did some work on my cousin's truck that he's driving today. A little light work, and had to do a little welding on it. Four ways are all working. And like I said, I rinsed this one off. Did a little bit of light work to it this week. Need to find some more new lights to put down here on these cabs though. Tell those are real dim, them old incandescent lights. Yeah, but everything seems to be burning pretty good. Fox News, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna roll out in the morning, go do our deal. Take y'all along with me tomorrow. Might try a little bit of first-person view tomorrow, I think. Not gonna do a full hour-long video like I did the other day. Try to do something about 20 or 30 minutes. So got a little bit of stuff to talk about in the morning that happened over the weekend concerning this COVID mess. But I'll talk to y'all a little bit talk to y'all about it tomorrow while we're riding around here. So anyway, in a blink of an eye, it'll be tomorrow for you guys. So we'll see y'all in a bit. We back. Next day. Told y'all it was gonna be quick, didn't it? Well, we done loaded and unloaded. It is, shoot, y'all don't even know what time it is. Look back on my GPS. 11:08 a.m. We're sitting over here south, about almost halfway between Lubbock and Amarillo, Texas. Closer to Amarillo than we are Lubbock. Sitting at a little pilot, which used to be a Rip Griffin. Some of y'all folks familiar at this part of the world know what a Rip Griffin is. In Tulia, Texas. I unloaded over at Happy, Texas at a little feedlot. I didn't really film any of that this morning. Heck, y'all seen plenty of that footage last week when I was hauling that cottonseed, loading and unloading. It's basically the same thing, just loaded at the same place and unloaded at a feedlot instead of that barn, that little overhead we were unloading at the other day. Last week, man, we can talk about stuff here a little bit. Last week, we was busy. And I was busy up until Thursday. Of course, everything shut down, you know, for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and I ended up being off Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I went in yesterday for a little bit and helped the boss man work on our little Freightliner we got, and having some light issues on it. And we found the oil filler tube had a crack in it, so we had to do a little fabricating on it. My cousin come in, he's a hell of a welder. He came in and fixed that, and then I rinsed old rat rod off yesterday, knocked all the mud off of it that I had got on it on Wednesday at that another feedlot I had to unload. I didn't get a lot of footage of that last week. All y'all got was that one day, that very first day, which was a Sunday. I was hauling and I did a whole video. That was an hour-long video that day. Hope y'all liked that movie. But anyway, the rest of the week, let's see, on Monday of last week, I ended up doing the same thing, hauling 3 more loads up there to that same place, and then I preloaded one, and I went to Lubbock, Texas, to the oil mill there and unloaded. And then after I got done at the oil mill, yeah, that'd been Tuesday. After I got done at the oil mill, I went over to Purina Feeds in Lubbock and loaded up some pellets. And I ended up taking that load over to Littlefield, Texas, which is about, I don't know, about 50 miles away, 40 miles away. It's a little short run to a feedlot there and unloaded there. Come back to Lubbock to Purina, loaded again. And I took a load to another feedlot over by Hereford, Texas, and went back to Purina, loaded again, and I took that load on into the house. It was 2 hours. That was a long day right there, y'all. Started about 4:30 in the morning, and I got home about 10:30, which we're running ag, y'all, so we're exempt on logs and all that right now with all this ag hauling. I still run a log, but even on Texas time, I spent, between that cottonseed load and the first pellet load, I spent about 2 hours maybe waiting to get numbers, getting load numbers and all that, and getting everything lined out. So anytime I stop and I'm unloading or loading, I just go off duty on my log. And if you're running intrastate, which is Texas time, it stops your clock. And the difference between Texas time, intrastate time, and regular interstate time, 48 state, or regular time, your regular interstate, you got 14 hours on duty, you got 11 hours drive time, and 10-hour restart, and you got to take a 30-minute break in there somewhere before your 8 hours. On interstate time, Texas time, we're allowed to run 15-hour days, 12 hours drive time with an 8-hour restart. And unlock, which there's some new rules now on interstate time where you can stop your clock. I think you got to do like a 2-3 split or something like that. I'm not sure how I hadn't really had to deal with it yet, so I hadn't really checked into it, but I'll do some more reading up and brushing up on that if we have to start running out of state quite a bit. But in Texas, as long as you go off duty instead of on duty, it stops your 15-hour clock. So every time you load and unload, if you go off duty, which we do at these places, I do at these places, because hell, I ain't doing nothing when they load me. I'm sitting there in the truck, they're loading us over the top back there. So I just go off duty, and when I'm unloading, yeah, I'm doing a little bit, but you just play the system, y'all. You know how it goes. You can run yourself in the dirt on Texas time. I tell you that, you can get plenty done. So anyway, that was Tuesday. I got up early. I got up not too early Wednesday morning. We got some snow and some ice, so I waited till the sun come up. And the highways were just wet. Got down to a little town called Crowell, Texas, kind of south and east of Memphis, and unloaded at a little feedlot there. Got them pellets unloaded. Muddy as heck in that feedlot, boy. They got a bunch of rain and snow down there. Kind of rain, snow mix. It was messy. If you follow me on Snapchat, you've seen that. So it's one good thing, guys. If y'all kind of wonder what I'm doing on a daily basis, check me out on Snapchat. links down in the description, and I'll try to put a snap code in here too, if I can think about it, if I remember it when I'm doing the editing on this. Yeah, follow me on Snapchat. That's kind of a good way to see what I'm doing all day. I'll do 1 or 2 or 3 snaps a day, kind of what's going on. Instagram as well. I post a little, usually whatever I put on Snapchat, I'll copy it and paste it to Instagram, so it kind of goes out. And of course it goes over to my Facebook too, which all of the links are down below in the description. After I got unloaded there at the muddy feedlot, I ran back up to our gin there at Lea Lake, Texas, and loaded another load of cottonseed. And I took it to the oil mill at Lubbock, and it was late in the day, Wednesday by then, and everybody was shutting down for New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. So I just went on home and didn't do much over the New Year's. This COVID thing, guys, it's kicking our butt in our hometown. And this was getting to earlier in the video. I was talking about, I want to talk to y'all about something. Y'all know my Uncle Adam that I talk about all the time. You know, he more than an uncle to me. He's one of my best friends, you know, and he come down with the COVID, and last week he started having little complications with the breathing, and they took him to the hospital Saturday, and they found some blood clots in his lungs, in one of his lungs. They're microscopic, they weren't big, so ended up, he's in the hospital in Amarillo right now, and they're treating him for them blood clots, and of course his shortness of breath, you know, as he ain't, I won't say he's 53 years old, pretty good health. So, you know, stuff affects everybody differently, and I just ask y'all to keep him in our prayers. Most of you people that watch the channel consistently, you guys know who I'm talking about. I talk about him a lot. You see him in this truck a lot in my videos, you know. So just keep him and my aunt and my cousin Mackenzie and Zach, keep them in your prayers. And he's a strong guy. He's gonna be all right. They just need to get him on them blood thinners and get them they say microscopic blood clots under control, and get that pneumonia out of his lungs. So, but man, we have had a rash of cases in our town, in our small little town, and it's there's, I don't know, there's several people over 65 or whatever who, in the last month, that have passed away due to it. It's, you know, I used to kind of be a little nonchalant about it and everything, and it's bad, y'all, especially if you're older and you got pre-existing conditions. You know, it's a bad deal. Man, I'm ready for all of this to be over with, you know, to figure it out and find out what we need to do to fight this, and, you know, and find something that's going to take care of it. I don't trust the vaccines, y'all. I mean, I never get into this kind of stuff on my channel, but I'm going to talk about it a little bit today, and I'm not going to make a habit about talking about this kind of stuff, but I'm sure some of y'all like to bring this stuff up every now and then too. What do y'all think about the vaccines? Do you think they're safe? Do you think they're effective? Do you think they're rushed? You know, I believe in vaccines. You know, I'm not an anti-vaxxer by no means or anything, but I do kind of feel like these might have been rushed a little bit, and you know, and I know I was talking. I got a family friend I was talking to over the weekend, and she is a EMT nurse, and she said, you know, they didn't just start working on this vaccine a year ago. They've been working on a coronavirus vaccine for years and years and years, and they have the technology, but they just didn't ever have the funding or whatever to go on with it. So supposedly, you know, it's in a lot better place now, and they kind of got it figured out. But you know, I had COVID, back at the middle to the end of November there. And I still haven't been just 100% right afterwards. I'm still kind of congested. Still get some headaches, some pretty bad headaches. And I never used to get headaches, y'all. So don't run no fever no more. Don't really have a cough, sore throat, anything like that. It's just I don't know how to explain it. And that's what a lot of people say. My sense of smell has come back for the most part. Sense of taste is back. But it's just a weird deal. But you know, they say for 3 to 6 months after you had COVID that you slowly lose those antibodies over time. So the way I look at it, all the people getting the vaccine right now, by the time I'm going to need it in 3 to 6 months, kind of see what's going to happen to those folks that have gotten it so far. So it's just kind of a waiting game for me. My wife works at the school. Y'all know Miss 806. She works at the school, and I think, you know, she's kind of nervous to take it. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. Then the other problem we got right now is still this dadgum election stuff going on, and I don't even know what to think about it. You know, it's a mess. And all I know is I hope tomorrow, Tuesday, is when this Georgia Senate runoff is supposed to happen. I hope the Republicans can keep the majority in the Senate, just so we can keep a balance of power. You know, I like to work, y'all. I like to work, and I don't see where you get a bunch of socialistic values kind of shoved down the working man's throat. You know, they say, well, they want you to live off $1,000 a week or whatever, and they want to give it to you or whatever. Well, I mean, $1,000 a month, and they want to give it to you, you know, or whatever. I'm not for that. I'd rather have $1,000 a week. You know, I'd rather have $1,500 a week than $1,000 a month, and you know, that's just another deal. The government wanting to be big and wanting to kind of control you. So, I'm a big supporter of the Second Amendment. Freedom of speech. I don't believe in this cancel culture that's going on. I don't know, and I'm the same way too. I think there always should be a checks and balances system. You know, I would be saying the same thing if it was a Republican still had the presidency and the Senate. Well, the House, you know, the House might need to be Democratic, just to have that checks and balances going on. You know, that's the way the country was set up. That's the way it's made, and maybe I'm just falling into what I listen to on the news. You know, about, you know, if the Republicans lose the Senate, you know, they're going to add more justices to the Supreme Court, kind of pack the courts, you know, that way they can kind of get what they want. It's just a mess. But all in all, I just want to work and provide for my family, and to be able to have a little something, you know, a little something. I've always worked. I've worked since I was a young kid, y'all. Young kid. Started working at a grocery store when I was 14 years old. Got a phone call coming in. Alright, guys. That was my wife, Miss 806 called. Got in between us there for a minute. Then my boss man texted and said to bring it on to the house. He didn't get a hold of nobody for any loads. So what we're gonna do here now is head back to the house, and might do a little mechanicing this afternoon, but I figure I'll give y'all a little POV action. We're gonna pull out of this truck stop here, and we're going to roll into Tulia and head east toward the house. They got a little, they put a little gate, a little fence up right here. Used to not be there. Keep from running over that that manhole right there. So if I figure I'll let y'all ride out of town here with me right quick. Sure, I clear that little fence. Let y'all ride with me here. Don't want to get too close to old Swift there. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk too much about politics, y'all. I don't, man, all it does is kind of fire me up, and I try to stay away from it. And I don't want this channel to be about politics. I want this channel to be about work and living the dream, and, you know, having a good time doing what we do here. Let y'all listen to a little bit of Straights and Jakes. I did have a little request for some more POV action too. Crossing I-27. Yeah, I'll let y'all ride with me here through Tulia, Texas. Yeah, I'll probably do a little POV when we go down to Caprock. That wind is a-blowing, y'all. Look at that flag up there. Boy, it's getting after it, ain't it? Y'all know Tulia here. This is where we used to haul all our seed from the Memphis gym when I was over there at B&B. Uncle Adam, he spent a lot of time coming in here. A lot of hopper bottom action right here. 10 points. Better run, little kids. Burrito. That's a good place to get some burritos, y'all. Ever in Tulia, Texas. Good breakfast burritos. Yeah. I was about to scoot over, he turning. Them windows up. Well, that wind gonna be kicking my butt all the way in. I might have to drop that I raised that lift axle on this trailer. That wind's gonna be hitting me too hard going across there. I might set it back down, give me a little bit. Look at this dang TX truck. Pull right out in front of me. Pull right out in front of me just to turn into his yard. I tell you what, folks. Turn the cruise control back on and we're gonna ride. I'll catch back up with y'all when we're going down to Caprock. We'll get a little bit of Jake brake action going down to Caprock. And I'll see y'all in a minute. Y'all, we're about to drop off the Caprock. Talked to my cousin, he said the wind wasn't blowing at the house. Well, just Caprock makes a difference. We're up on top of the flat plains right here, what they call it, the high plains, and we're about to drop off into the rolling plains, which we drop off this Caprock escarpment, which is a part of Palo Duro Canyon, and you drop quite a bit in elevation, so kind of makes a difference. But like I said, we're going to do a little bit of that straights and jakes action. And let y'all ride down with me. Turn the cruise off. We get around this curve. Over there, yep. There we go. We're about to drop off. Get that cruise back on. We're about 40 miles from the house. So we get in there, I'll probably see what's going on for today, and we'll probably cut this video short here. Do a little sign off in a minute. See y'all in a minute. What's up, guys? That's the end of the day. Out here walking around some of our equipment. Got 2 hopper bottoms here. Got 1 tanker. We got that little van trailer we use for storage. What y'all think about that little Freightliner? Pretty cool looking little truck, isn't it? But yeah, we got in here. We didn't have much to do today, so we just kind of hung out here and piddled around with some stuff. And there's old boss man going home in the service truck. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be hauling some cotton burrs for a farmer, and that'll be an interesting day. So we'll get back with y'all on that, and I'll show y'all some of these, some of this equipment here. Cooling off now. The sun went down. Wind quit blowing though, thank goodness. Yep. As far as this tanker here, this is one of the tankers he had back when I was working with him before. Took those little gas pumps off of them though, and put a hydraulic pump on it. See here, you got your load, unload, neutral, speed. And then of course you got your pump down here. Hydraulic lines come up, and that's where you hook up your, oh, here, got stuff in the way here. Do the limbo, do the limbo. Yeah, you got your hydraulic lines here and here, and those hook up to your wet kit. So, and got our air lines built in to clean out the hose, clean the product out of the hose. He had this hopper back when I was running for him before too, this white one here. It needs bath. A little dark on the back. And then he's got this black one here, which is a newer one. He didn't have this one back when I was running with him. Good looking little hoppers though. Yep. And this little shop we use, this another guy's shop. He kind of rents this little spot, and we can pull in that nose in that little door right there and help out from time to time. So somebody in a new car right there. Now over here, yep, y'all can see the old shop over there where I was. I didn't move very far down the street. I need to put some air in that tire. But anyways, I'm gonna sign off for today. Go to the house, get something to eat. Y'all know what we say here. 806 driver, Ronnie's Transport. Keep the shiny side up and the hammer down, and we'll catch y'all on the next.
Yeah, yeah.